Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick and I talk all about trading, mostly in currencies and in stocks. And today I'm going to be talking about last month, my Forex trading performance, which I think I closed the month today. It's Saturday and there's a few more days on the calendar before the end of the month, but I think for the most part trading is done in February here. And I just wanted to journal my thoughts because I did have a negative month. It was not the best month for me, and I wanted to go through that and maybe share my thoughts, my experience, and maybe looking forward so that maybe some of you guys who have ever experienced a red month can maybe relate or maybe draw some sort of ideas from this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so February was not a good month for me. I ended up closing, I think I'm down minus 2.5% on my account. If you know like my trading style and you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I am mostly a conservative trader. I'm not going for 20% per month or 10% per month even is like stretching it a very, very incredible month for me. So occasionally they'll happen, but for the most part I'm shooting for low figures that are steady and consistent because I'm trading with a little bit more capital. If you're a smaller time trader or if you just have smaller capital, there's no shame in that, but you might be going for higher risk than I am. I'm looking for a little bit more conservative and slow and steady style in my trading. Anyways, with that said, a 2.5% down month is not unheard of. It's not out of the ordinary for me, but it's been a while since I've had a down month. November, December, and January were all very good months for me, fortunately, and I say that because I was able to capitalize on some of the volatility that was going on in the markets. Now, volatility is a good thing when it's on your side, and it is not such a good thing when it's going against you. The start of this month was really, really good. I actually caught a gold trade that went really well, and I held on to it for a week and a half or 2 weeks or so, and then closed out for a nice profit there. And then just towards the end of the month here, I've taken a couple losses in a row that ultimately led the account from going from I think I was up 2% for the month down to minus 2.5%. So kind of a swing there. And again, I want to talk about this because I think a lot of people experience this and they think I must be a crappy trader. I had a down month. And the reality is that when we're looking at our trading performance, right, it's important, and I'm saying this to myself right now too, because it's a little bit frustrating when you have a good month and it turns into a negative one, right? I think it's important for us as traders to recognize that, okay, it is not about the week to week, it's not the day to day, it's not even about the month to the month. It's talking, well, I guess it is more the month to month and even year to year performance. That really, really is what is important. So many people, they want to make really big money. They want to be quickly compensated for their journey as a trader. And unfortunately, I think that that's the same reason why most people who try and get into this stuff, they fail, is they'll see something like a 2.5% down month and maybe a natural response. I know for myself, a natural response might be to just go switch your strategy and to go freak out and do things drastically different going into the next month. Now, I could have another negative month and that would still be within the realm of my trading plan, just not going my way sometimes, and that's the reality of trading. Is when you are trying to be a profitable trader, right? It's not about knowing all the time. It's not about being a wizard and being a guru who knows, every single move in the market and can predict everything. That's not really what real trading is. It's about probabilities and understanding that at times things are not going to go your way, but in theory, if your strategies are working over time, they should go more in your favor than not. And that's really the big picture. The big point is that, okay, if you have a negative month, if you have a downturn in your trading style, you have to ask yourself some questions. First of all, did I do anything majorly different in the last month? And I can answer for myself that no, I really did stick to my plan, and I stuck to my strategies, and to the best of my ability, I stayed the course. However, it just didn't work out, and that's okay. A good trade, I said this in one of my previous videos, but I want to say it again because it's so important. A good trade is independent of whether or not you make money on that trade. For example, you could make money on a trade that you went all in on, and that would be, in my opinion, a poor trade. It would be a bad trade because you're building habits that are not going to be consistently profitable in the long term. And to flip that around, you can take a good trade that results in you losing a bit of money, in my opinion, because let's say that I took a trade on the pound dollar, for example. I know last week it was shooting up like crazy, and then the most recent week here, we we basically saw it pull back quite a bit. Let's say that I went all in long the week before and I made a bunch of money, right? And it just kept going up and up and up and we would have made money. We could show a visual on the screen so you guys can visualize what I'm talking about. But let's say I bought the pound, 2 weeks ago and things went up against the dollar very nicely and I would have made money. Let's say I went all in on that. And let's say I made 100% of my account. I flipped my account and I took pictures of it and put all over Instagram and showed off my nice cars and all that junk, right? Let's say I did that week. And then the next week I did the same thing and I went all in long, but this time it didn't work out so well and I blew the account and lost everything. Again, the first trade is a bad trade, just like the second trade is a bad trade, because they both were building habits that were going to long-term destructively destroy my account. You see what I mean? Like, the point is, we want to be building good habits. And so having a down 2.5% month, you may look at it as a new trader. I know I would have looked at that and been like, well, this strategy seems to not be working. A whole month of losing, you gotta be doing something wrong, right? But now, after been in this stuff for quite some time, at least to me, like 5 years of my life, that's a lot for me. I look at that and I say, okay, well, 1 month bad is not bad at all. Again, like I said, just like you can have good independent trades that don't result in profit, you can have a good trading month that also results in a negative gain. And again, it's not as ideal as making a positive gain. We all want to be making returns in the market. But accepting that you're going to have negative months and just moving on from that, I think is so key to actually becoming consistent in the long term. So I made this video with the hopes of maybe some of you guys can relate. Maybe you've had a down month and I think it's something to actually appreciate that I'm down 2.5%. I'm not down 50%, right? I think, some of the biggest common mistakes for new traders is they go all in, they have no risk management, and when things go right, they call themselves some sort of sniper or god in the markets. It's cringe to me, like, at this point, because I've seen so much of that over the years. You guys might have seen that too. You go on Instagram, you got they have like a whack nickname. They call themselves like a FX sniper or like long range Forex sniper. Like, I'm not calling out anybody. I don't even think a long range Forex sniper is a good one. But if you're looking for a cringe nickname, that sounds pretty good to me. Anyways, the point is, like, whatever you do in the markets is going to depend, your performance in the markets is going to be dependent on the traits and the habits that you build as a trader. Are you swinging your account like crazy? Because if you're going like all in on trades, if you're risking 10%, 20% on a single trade, that's not going to end well. If you keep doing it, it's almost certain that you'll take 5 losses in a row, just like everybody else, and then that would destroy your account. Whereas I took 5 losses this week, well, not this week, the last 2 weeks I took like 5 losses, all were losses in a row. And it hasn't happened to me in a long time. Well, it hasn't happened to me in a while, I should say. But it happens nonetheless. And again, I just came off a 3-month winning streak. So I had profitable months, 3 back-to-back, where I was making good returns overall in the market. So giving back is okay. Having a little bit of a pullback in your balance, if you will, is perfectly normal. It is fine. And if you're going through that, that's okay. What's more important is that it's not some sort of drastic 60% drawdown that's killing you, right? That's where we are throwing risk management out the window. Anyways, guys, I hope you can relate to this. If you have had a moment in the past like this, or you're going through this right now, I hope that this could offer you at least the way I think about it, and let me know in the comments down below how you deal with drawdowns, how you deal with downtimes in the market, and I'll definitely try and read some of your comments. If you made it to the end of the video, by the way, comment down below. I love seeing those comments. Just say, hey Nick, I made it to the end of the video, and I'll try and leave a heart on your comment, because you guys who make it to the end, you're the real MVPs. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Make sure to leave a like down below, and we'll see you back in the next one. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like the video down below, because if you don't, you're statistically 84.72% more likely to blow an account in the next 48 hours. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, that's just facts. If you enjoyed that video and you want to see more free content here on YouTube, I'll be popping up some videos on the screen now. Go ahead and click anything that looks interesting to you, and thank you so much for supporting the channel.